Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn, and thank you for joining me for another episode of The Chamber Within. I'm not much into the holidays like I used to be. However, my favorite time of year, which still qualifies as a holiday, would be the celebration of the new year. For me, there is something irresistible about a fresh start. I love a clean slate. As I was looking over my old vision board this past fall, I thought to create a new one for 2026. I had a blank paper in front of me and I thought, well, what should I put down or aspire to be for the new year? What will it be about? I sat still and two words came to me, and it was new beginnings. Now, last time this happened, the two-word download I received was great change. And boy, did I have great changes in my life this past year. I when I say download, I don't get like full pages and essays and dissertations. I just get a general idea of what to expect, like just that. Um, I don't know why. Maybe because I'm hard headed and stubborn, and I probably wouldn't be receptive to a whole essay, but I just get general ideas. And ever since then, um, I've been seeing how 2026 is literally about new beginnings. And that was really cool and a great way for me to be validated in that kind of stillness moment I had. But I'm hopeful because one of my superpowers is the ability to start over. I love it. To be honest, now, the flip side of that and my absolute weakness is the ability to keep going. Yes, the title of this episode is my weakness, which is the ability to continue a project that I've started. I believe if we can shed light on our weaknesses and navigate the why of a particular personality trait and how this behavior can be improved, this level of self reflection allows us to grow. However uncomfortable it is, it does allow for growth. In addition to that, I do know what I have the energy and ability to work on in my life. Not all things, but certain things like the ability to complete a project that I was so excited about is something I'd like to really work towards eradicating. Instead of having incomplete projects, I'd like to finish these projects. So, as for those listening, it is my hope that wherever you are in your life, that you just keep going. For those of us that have seen many year endings and new beginnings, I hope that you have not become jaded with an expectation of the same old story. Fresh starts can happen at any time and be picked back up whenever you choose. No date is as significant as the day that you stand in currently. Right now. I mean, right now. I know it's December and we typically celebrate the new year. Yes, the 1st of January. But for me, to be honest, my new year came around springtime, right before my birthday, when I started this podcast. That's when I started to exhibit new behavior. Um, so make a list. And if you do nothing but knock one thing off of that list, this is a great accomplishment. You know, I got two things of the four things I put on my vision board, and it still feels like I'm flying high. Being present also means being grateful for opportunities and probabilities that have not yet been seen or materialized. This, as I have said before, is the greatest use of our imagination. Being grateful for what you have and building on top of that is a complete shift in mindset. Being grateful for where you are currently is kind of like, have you ever had a road trip and you count the mile markers? You're gauging where you are in relation to where you'd like to be, and you're counting and you're getting closer. And sometimes you forget to count because, oh, look, there's a little shop over there. You might stop, like when I was with my dad and we drove from New York to Las Vegas. And one place I can remember specifically because I was not having fun. It was just a long trip. It was the 90s, and I was sitting in the back. Listen, it was not fun a lot of the times. But for the parts that were fun, they didn't even happen at the destination. I remember pulling over into a shop in New Mexico, and it was a native shop, and it had all of this beautiful silver and turquoise and um, so much artistic expression of the people who had contributed to the store. And I'll never forget it. I saw um, really great things and random gas stations like Scorpio keychains. And oh my gosh, this is the first time I'm seeing a Scorpio. So this just is about the journey along the way. Um, and it's the best way for me to kind of illustrate what I mean by being present in the moment. Because while you have set up a goal, big or small, on the way, there are still little tokens, there's still little gems that you will not forget. That small moment in time where you forgot you were trying so hard to get somewhere, but because you kept going, you experienced this little side quest or this little turn, or wrong turns even, can bring about wonderful things. So let's not be too hard on ourselves when we're like striving for goals or trying new things and wanting to get to a place because you have no idea where it will lead. We have a sense of wanting to control every aspect of a journey. And part of life surprises is what happens on our way to the one thing that we want. This is why it's important to not give up. Keep going really means to keep going, especially if it looks uncertain, because that's the definition of being in the moment. It's a gift, it's a present. You don't know what's waiting around the corner for you. I've had wonderful conversations with people who have shared experiences with me, who've had questions about things that I've shared, and I've had questions about things that they've shared. I even had a Lyft driver once I met, and she also happened to have a Substack like me, and now we follow each other. She's also a podcaster. Like, you just never know. Keep going is one of the two most powerful words I've ever heard, and I'd love to keep passing that on. And it was vague. I don't care. It's vague, but it's powerful, so it matters. It's a big deal. Big deal to keep going and not ever give up. One of my favorite books is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And one of my favorite quotes from that book is, "It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting." And that's very true. Having plans, big or small, big and small, sprinkles excitement throughout our lives. It is the glitter in a package. It is the sprinkles on top of an ice cream cone if they have it. It is breaking the mundane. I am really looking forward to um, the new beginning and for me to keep going. I've been speaking to you all for 9 months. And as of right now, since April until this day, which is Saturday, December 27th, um, I've had 2,154 downloads to this season, this year's worth of podcasts. And I am so grateful to have kept going. And it is, of course, my wish to keep going and keep growing with you all. So I want to ask you, as you stand where you are right now, today, what is one small beginning you're willing to say yes to? Something that you're willing to begin again if you are like me and have started and stopped. So if you would like to respond to that silently, that's fine. If you would like to share that, you can as always, reach me at thechamberwithin@yahoo.com. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, and I wish you a very happy new year. And I will speak to you next year. Talk to you later. Bye bye.